both equations that is y is equal to, which means they're in the slope y-intercept form. So I'm going to graph both of them the same way. I'm going to graph both of them the same way. So this is y is equal to 2x plus 3, which means I start at my y-intercept, which is positive 3. So I'm going to select my graph tool and then 3. Now the slope of that is a positive 2. So when it's positive, that means I want to go up 2. And since there's no denominator, I go over 1. And that slope is going uphill, so that is a positive slope. My second one is negative 1/2 x minus 2. So I select my line tool again, and my y-intercept is negative 2. Now this one is negative, so I want to start by going down, and the denominator is 2. So, I'm happy with my graph. If you ever make a mistake, you do have to hit clear all. So let's go ahead and submit this part. Nice little green check. And then they're asking me what my solution is. And again, because of this, the way it's asking, make sure you enter it as a point. And you see that little tiny purple, it says enter as a point. So always your x value first and then your y value. Make sure you put it in parentheses. So that's going to be negative, oops, wrong parentheses. Negative 2, comma, negative 1. And end your parentheses, and when you do that, that little invalid entry will go away, and then you can go ahead and hit submit. All right, now for question number 5, there are two different forms. The first one is y is equal to negative 2x plus 1, and we're going to use the slope-intercept to graph that. My y-intercept is positive 1. And my slope is a negative 2y. So that means you go down 2. And when there's no denominator, it's just over 1. So that's the first line. Now for the second equation, we need to actually go through, and I like to graph equations that are in standard form by using x and y intercepts. So I want to go ahead and first let x equal 0. So then you get 2 times 0 plus 4y is equal to negative 8. And that's just 0. So 4y is equal to negative 8. Divide both sides by 4, and you get y is equal to negative 2. So that gives us a point. X is 0, y is negative 2. The second one I'm going to go through and do is, actually, let me write this over here. The second one I want to go ahead and do is I want to let y equal 0. So that is just 2x plus 4 times 0 is equal to negative 8. Then 4 times 0 is just 0, and you have 2x is equal to negative 8, or x is equal to negative 4. So our point for that one is negative 4, 0. And those are the 2 points that you want to go ahead and graph. 0, negative 2, and negative 4, 0. So let's go ahead and select my line tool again. So the first one would be 0, negative 2. And the other one would be negative 4, 0. Let's go ahead and submit that. In our solution, again, we want to put that in as an ordered pair. The x value goes first. The x value will be 2. The y value is negative 3. So use that as a parenthesis, and that's going to be 2 comma negative 3 and the parentheses. And again, as soon as you put it in the correct way, that invalid format goes away, and now we can go ahead and hit submit. And that is it as far as for this section here.